What's up guys? It's all about the Galaxy Beam, and today I will show you how you can root, install Google Play services and replace the Chinese Vroot with the proper and better SuperSU app on the Samsung Galaxy Beam 2 projector smartphone. This one here. Now I already did it, as you can see here, but I'm going to show you how it's done. Now, if you have any questions, it's the best if you ask them beforehand. Wenn ihr irgendwelche Fragen habt, stellt diese am besten gleich zu Beginn. That's for the German speaking people. Si vous avez des questions, demandez-leur avant. That's for the French speaking people. It is very important that you do exactly what I tell you. That means when I tell you to copy a file instead of moving it, you do that. When I tell you to write something in capital letters instead of small ones, please do it. Follow my advice and everything should be okay. But if you don't follow my advice, you can have problems. And so please do exactly what I tell you in this video. Also, every file and every program and all the drivers that you will need in this tutorial and that I will mention now or a little bit later can be found as a link in the video description of the video. So when I say in the video, download or install this and that, it means that the link for that is already in the video description. So what is the video description? Some people might not know it. I show you what the video description is. Every video on YouTube has a video description, which is, where's my mouse? When you click on About here, this is the video description. And then when you click on Show More, this is the famous video description. So I will go, obviously it's not this video because I didn't even finish the video yet, but here in the video description you will find all the links for this tutorial now, okay? So now you know where it is, so please don't ask me always where to find the programs and files, because, well, now you know. So let's start. Now here are the most important things that you need to know before. Make sure you have enough battery. That means 50% of battery should be fine. If the phone asks you to do a firmware update, do that right before you start this tutorial. Next, back up your files, photos, pictures or whatever is important for you. In case something goes wrong, which it should not, you have at least a backup. So the first thing you need to do, you have to enable the USB, let me put this out actually because it's much easier for me to show you things. So, focus. Where am I? Okay, yeah, so you do the backup. So, you have to enable the USB developer options because it is hidden by default. So, to enable them, you have to go to Settings and then to More here. And then you scroll down to About Device. So you will not see the developer options here. That's standard in this phone. So you have to click on Device, About Device, and then you go down to the build number here, and you have to tap exactly 7 times in order to activate the developer options. So you just tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I already did it, as you can see, so that's why this is coming up. So after you tap 7 times, you go back and you will see the menu developer options. So that means you enable it correctly. Now, once you did it, click on Develop Options, and you have to enable USB debugging here. So you just click on it. I do this procedure on a Windows 8.1 laptop, the Lenovo Y510P, this one here. But it should work on any other Windows system. I don't know about Mac or Linux. You need to check that for yourself, please. Sometimes you need to have the Samsung drivers installed. In my case, that was not needed because my laptop found the phone automatically. So if your computer does not recognize your phone, then download the Samsung drivers. And as I told you before, all the drivers and links are in the video description. Now,
so now we are on my laptop, and next thing we do is I'm going to give you a link of all the files you need in the video description, and it will be called Beam files. So it will be available as a zip format, so you download it as a zip format here, then you unzip it, for example with WinRAR or any other unzip program, then you double click, and here are all the files that you need for this tutorial. Now we're going to have a look at this one here now, which is the Chinese Vroot program. It's very important that you only use this one here that I gave you, and do not download the English version, because I tried the translated English version and it did not work for me. So let's click on it and we install it now. Just click on next, next, next. You can uninstall it afterwards anyway, so that's not the problem. Then we finish and launch it. Alright, now
it can happen that the Vroot program asks you to do some updates on your computer, so if it asks you that, just do them. Next thing what we're going to do, we're going to connect the Beam with the laptop with the provided cable that came with the phone. So I'm going to do that now. Connect it here and the USB to the computer. Once that is done, you might need to switch to connected as media instead of charging or camera. Let me show you. No. Yeah, an app like this will come up actually, but let me go to the thing I mentioned previously. So sometimes it can be that this box here is ticked up there and your laptop does not recognize your phone, so you would need to switch from here to here. If that doesn't work, then so if it's at this box, you have to tick here and go back here. Then you should get a message that asks for access with RSA fingerprint. Don't worry, it has nothing to do with your personal fingerprint. If that message does not come and your phone is not recognized by your computer, you have to download the Samsung drivers as I mentioned in the beginning. The fingerprint message looks like that. Okay, so I suggest you to tick this box, always allow from this computer, and then you just click on OK. It will also ask you if you want to allow ADB connection. You have to say yes. After that you get some Chinese messages and you will see the King user icon up there. So let's stop here. Alright guys, at this point I decided to do a little edit in the video because I wanted to give you some more information what's really happening while you do the routing. So, because that's why you see the different time and anyway. So what can happen when you connect the phone with your laptop, that you get a message which comes up and it looks like that. So when you get this message, it means that you have to install the Samsung drivers. And as I already told you, the links for that will be in the video description. Okay? And once you install the Samsung drivers on your laptop or computer, this should not show up anymore. So, now I'm going to exactly show you what's happening when you root it. Obviously, as I mentioned before, there's the connection as media device, and the program is basically searching my phone. Now this comes on your phone. It might ask you to install to confirm the permissions. So let's see. Yes, so now we're gonna confirm that. Okay. So that's how it looks on the computer. And it will install 2 apps in fact. Ignore the matches because you will anyway say yes to the ADB connection. So it will install 2 apps as I mentioned. One is this one and the other one is hidden in the apps list, but don't worry about that. So all you need to do now, once you see this message on your computer, you just click on root down here and that's it. Obviously I'm not going to do it because my phone is rooted, so you just need to click on root and your phone will automatically root the program will automatically root your phone. Then your phone will reboot, and once you rebooted the phone, you will see the King User app. That's it. One last thing I wanted to mention: please never ever disconnect the cable with the laptop during the rooting process, otherwise you can screw up your phone. Just to give you an idea, the app will look like that. Okay, so this app, if the process was successful and the phone rebooted, this app will be shown in your apps here, or it will be shown right away on the main screen. This one will be installed as well, but you can remove that later, and I will come to that later as well. Now leave the phone connected to your computer, as I have here. Don't unplug the cable. And now we go to settings, and we go to more, and we go down to, we go to security, and you have to tick this box, unknown sources. So it has to be like that. There might be a message coming up asking allow one installation, and if that message comes up, you can just untick that. So it will allow more installation, not only one.
Then this is the folder that you downloaded already, which I mentioned, the Beam2 files, and in here you will find the root browser APK. So what you're going to do now, you're going to copy the root browser APK, so this one, and the two folders, the for system folder and the for manual installation folder, into your directory of the phone on your internal memory, not on the external one. Okay, so that would be this one here. So we're going to copy this one, this one, this one, and the root browser APK to the phone, to the folder download. Please do not put it into any other directory, as I got failed messages when I tried to copy it somewhere else. So that's very important. So we're going to, I just marked this one, and this one, and I'm going to copy it into here, into the phone. After that is done, we're going back to the phone. Okay, so let's go back to the phone.
So I downloaded it here, the files I mentioned, and let me quickly go out so I see. So it's on the device storage, not on the external SD card. So I tap on it and I have download, and here are the files that I just copied. Okay, so what you're going to do next, you're going to install the root browser. You just tap on it and you install it. I already installed it, so obviously I don't need to do it. So after you did that, let's go out. You open the root browser. So I already installed it, so I open it here. Then you're going to the folder SD card, the one which we just spoke about. Storage, SD card. And we're going to the download folder, which is here. Now, you have to go to the for system folder here, and you tap here. You go to, where was it? Multi-select here, and you have to select all of them. That means select. And now you have selected all of them, as you can see here. And then you need to copy them. Please do not move them. Copy them into the folder which I'm going to show you now. So you're going to copy, and then you're going back. You go back, back again, and you go back again. And you have to go into the folder system here, and then you go to app up there. Okay, and now you have to click on paste. It will take around a minute, to copy those things. You can click on minimize, there will be a message coming up, just click on minimize, but it's very important. It will take around 1 minute to, or less than 1 minute to copy all those things. Please check if you get the failed message. If you get the failed message, I got the failed message. Give me a second. When I moved the files. So that's why you have to copy them, not move them. That's important, otherwise you end up copying and deleting some files that are duplicate, and these are problems that you for sure do not want to have. So after that is done and you copied the files, you go press on the home button and you go on My Files, and then you go to the download folder again, and then you go to the Form Manual Installation folder. And now here you have to click and install every one of those APKs. You begin at the bottom, so here, and you install it, okay? You have to do that with all of those. Where am I? It will ask you for permissions. You confirm all the permissions and install them one by one, as I just mentioned. You can later change the permissions in the menu settings, more settings/more/application permissions. Anyway, so, but for now you have to confirm all the permissions to avoid problems, okay? Then you restart your phone and then you restart your phone, and we're coming to the next step.
The next step is that I still have the screen on, I didn't change anything. You take the file Aptoide, I don't know how you say it, but I think something like that. You take this one and you drag it to the same folder as we did before, to the download folder of your phone. So let's do that. Okay, that's it. Now we're going back to the phone.
So we are back at the phone, and let's go to that folder. Again, go back, and here we have the Aptoide APK. So you tap on it and you install it. Okay, so I already did that, and I have it up there. So you tap on it. You have to have your internet connection on, by the way. Sorry, let's do that again. Okay, now you click on the search up there, and now you type in Google Play Services. I'll leave it there. So I type in Google Play Services. Google Play Services. No. Is the S missing? No. S missing. Space. And that was actually separated. So you have to type it in like this. Google Play Services. And I click on done here. And then it will ask, say this. Then you have to click on search more. It will open your browser. I have the Lightning browser, but you can, well, it should open any other browser for you. It will take some time now, depending on the internet connection. Now, here it is very important that you only download the one from the force, which is this one here. Please do not download any other, because you could get problems. Just tap on that from the force, okay? Tap on it. And you have to click on install. So then it will ask you to install it. Obviously you have to accept all the permissions, and you will be asked several times things like if you allow Google to collect data. Accept all. It might also ask you for an update. Accept that as well. You might get an error for Gmail, but that doesn't matter. Now once that is done, please restart your phone. It should update some files automatically and say something like Android is upgrading. Wait until that is finished. Then next you open the Google Play app, which will then automatically come here. The Play Store app, this one here. And you add your Gmail account and it will ask you to update several files and programs such as Gmail. So you update them, and after that the Gmail error should be gone. Then next what we're gonna do, we're going to install Google Maps.
So I'm again on my laptop and we take this file here, Google Android Maps. Okay, so we're going to drag it again into the download folder of the phone. Okay, this is done, and we're going back to the phone.
So that's pretty simple. We download it to the phone now. It's again in My Files and in the device storage, in Download, and here you have the Google Maps. So you tap on it and you just install it, and then you have Google Maps installed. Now that's it from this, from my side, from this process. And now we're going to something else. We're going to the last step of this video.
Okay, so that's the last file transfer that we need to do for today. And it is the one here, this folder here, MRW. So we just transfer it again to the phone, into the download directory here. Okay, so this is done now. So let's close here.
So now we're gonna check if the file is really there. Actually, we can remove the USB plug finally. We're gonna check if the folder MRW is where we wanted it in download, and it is here. It consists of 5 files, okay? So let's go out from here. Now, next thing, if you have a micro SD card, please remove it now. It is not because something will be overwritten, it's something else, but it would take too long to explain to you. Now, you have to enable your internet. You go to the Play Store, and then you search and you type in, which I already did here, Terminal Emulator. Tap on it, and you have to download this one, Android Terminal Emulator from Jack Palevich. I already downloaded it, and it is here. Now you're going to open the terminal emulator, the one that you downloaded. Next thing, please type everything in small letters, not in capital letters. So you have to disable this one here. So SU, you have to type in SU to grant super user permission. Then you have to type in enter. Let's type enter again, and you see the hashtag. That means you have super user permission, and it will also tell you in the info box here. So now you're going to type in SH space, then slash is here, SD card, watch the small letters, SD card, then slash again, go back, watch the letters, MRW, so the name of our folder, then slash again, we go back again and we remove this again, and then root.sh, and watch out, there will be a space coming, so remove the space .sh. So that's the command line that you need. Okay, focus. Okay, so now after you have typed in this, press enter. I'm not going to do it because I obviously rooted the phone. After you typed in enter, you will get some errors, but that's normal. Then the phone will automatically reboot, and once it automatically rebooted, then you will have SuperUser installed. In case this line doesn't work, I'm going to show you the command line which you would need to type instead in case this does not work. Now after the reboot is done, you will see the SuperUser SU app here. So when you see that, it was successful. So you tap on it. After you tap on it, it will ask you for updating some files. You just confirm that, and after that is done, you go to the Play Store again and you type in SuperSU. So here, this one, and that's your app that you have installed. So you just tap on it and you can do an update here. So you just click on update and then you have the latest SuperSU app installed. No Chinese Vroot anymore, so everything is fine. After all that is done, I suggest you to go to settings and to more, to application manager, and I strongly suggest you to remove all those Chinese apps which could be left here. I'm going to put your list into the video description of the ones which you can basically remove. Okay. So, yes, it can also happen that the developer options in the settings menu disappears. So in case that happens during the process which I just explained you, like the whole process, not just this one, just enable it again with the trick I told you in the very beginning. So that's it, guys. It was a lot of work actually to do this video, and I really hope you, well, appreciate it. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, because it really helps me to do more of those videos, tutorials, and this was a boring video in my opinion, but it had to be done because it's very important that everybody has Google Play and Root. And from now on there will be much more interesting things. I can't wait to finally, get down to the beam to check it out more. And one of my next videos actually will be, I want to show people how you can install different languages which are not supported by the phone. So like French, German, Spanish, Portuguese, any language. So yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, and Houston over and out.